Greetings, distinguished ally. What a favorable confluence of events that brings us brimming with dire purpose to this den of acquisition. Our highly educated soldiery are here to support you, to assist in clearing a path to the, boss. Is there anything I can do to facilitate your efforts? Her office is in the aptly named head. Is there anything else? The ACS Undisputed Claim is the corporate flagship of Auntie's Choice. That is, a variety of their most well-trained... May our intended...
Just like our sponsor, Toshiba, the anti-Cleo Starling. To do when things were down and the exclusive zero stalls.
Your actions are in accordance with the plan.
Tender, buttery.
Auntie's Choice! Darling!
Auntie's Choice Meaty Roll-Up. 100% daily fiber need.
And I Tramacular, arriving any moment now. Approaching station. Client intake.
It's time for broadcast time. We took what nature heedlessly assembled and vastly rebettered it through artificial means. At Auntie's Choice, we strive to be 110% wholly plus artificial. Artificiality is our guiding principle. Enjoy an artificially enhanced existence through the conspicuous consumption of unavoidable embedded chemicals. Protocols ready.
Navigating Jordan.
This unit is concerned for the commander.
It's bug or what? Wait, load first.
Intruder alert! Representatives of the Order detected. Protect your auntie, and you may qualify for our one-time go-getter incentive offer.
The laxative with 3.
Live, love, laugh, purchase, and consume with Auntie's Choice.
Wow, planet killer. Ngeri, 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 ngeri.
This leader, known for her unparalleled business acumen, might appear above the occasional frivolity. You enjoy spectating a
Hmm.
sporting match as much as all of you base rate and
Emergency protocols ready.
cut off tossball moves from
Standing by with life support.
sounds like red ink to our tossball teams play.
I am moved to admit I require medical assistance. Taking punitive action.
Fortifying a teammate vitals.
Quality pharmaceuticals designed to be better than nature because
Kira-kira 10 menit.
consumed the first of many rivals, but that original goal remains. One of our goals. Yes, now we strive to spread better free trade and better control.
Approaching station.
Fortified by our products. So strive, thrive, survive, arrive. Auntie's choice. Trust your auntie.
it is. Ruth's lackey. But perhaps you have more negotiating skills. Let's parlay. See if we can come to terms. Reach an accord.
Ah, I remember you from Fairfield. You were quite agreeable, if I recall. We must attempt to recapture that affability now. Let's be reasonable, shall we? Everyone has a price. What's your lowest offer for yours? But that would put me on an awkward footing. Never haggle while on your back heel, I always say. Oh, fine. You're a shrewd negotiator. I'll surrender. I keep my life. The Order can imprison me somewhere. You know, every need cared for, no immense weight of responsibility, no more running Auntie's choice every single instant of every single day. And in return, I'll provide you my telescoping staff, my dress, my wig. I mean, that is what you're proposing, correct? Now, what do you think? Should I accept this?
Surely you're not entertaining this, Commander. Auntie is more slippery than a greasy sprat. Allow her to live, and all of Arcadia stands to regret it.
Well, now you've conferred with your associates. What do you say? Good, good. I just knew I'd see reason. Very well. Reckon I'm ready to leave for my new stress. As they say, time is capital, time is bits. You're burning lucre just standing. Standing there. Go!
Nullifying unknown.
A few pesky side effects as an early adopter. At Auntie's Choice, we understand that the marketplace is dynamic, efficient, and well suited to the shifting needs of our populace. displaying confidential logs in a paid public toilet. Not what I mean when I encourage working on the go. Perhaps a strategic step backward to Document Index Manager will refresh your info security fundamentals, Reggie. Congrats! You're now a file clerk. Clerk those files. Next is Elise Ripshaw in product development. Remember, Elise, when you told colleagues over drinks at the bottom runner that I was, quote,
Enemy near. Statistical chance of violence increasing. Everybody do your jobs and there won't be a...
You want freedom of choice. The story of Anti-Cleo versus the Moon Man is a ballad for outrages. A thing of legend to be introduced a modest fee to each successive generation. Spacer's choice swollen-headed mascot represents the worst impulses of old corporations, who unfairly stacked the deck against the little person, as they tried with us at Tau Ceti. But did Anti-Cleo take Spacer's choice devious shenanigans lying down? No! Just like our sponsored tossball team, the Anti-Cleo...
Zero G.
I'm Jean Turper-Tyler, 6th base Auntie's choice, darlings!
You made a curious choice cutting that deal with Cleo. I do not judge it, even if it was not what I asked you to do. With Cleo in custody, Auntie's choice has lost its most prominent figurehead. I expect it shall soon collapse in the ensuing power struggle. Thus, always, the Order is now well positioned to triumph over the regressive forces of ignorance that have heretofore held Arcadia in stasis. And it is all your estimable opinion of the Order is not, nor when the final, were I still shackled to ego, I might have succumbed to some instinct for...
Another object, just gone. Gone. Nothing should work that way, no matter how...
Excuse me, I don't think you have the author. Fascinating. It seems gravity doesn't apply to the rift. All the items we put into the rift, they've been reconstituted.
But in a state far different from their original configuration. Fascinating. Damn it. Reverted to its previous state. Is it the failing of the device? We have to reset. Hurry! Assistant, activate the monitoring equipment and take readings. Reverted again! Infuriating!
Emergency protocol syringes primed.
None shall stand against us! I shall reduce them to slime!
Come in. Let me know. Let me know if you're looking for anything in particular. Making a profit? What else?
Feel free to use the workbench. Just don't break it. Feel free to use the workbench. Just don't break it.
Life-preserving medicine. With agent influence. Promoting teammate health.
I shall reduce them to a slur.
It appears Horizon Point Station is still in the process of being reconstituted. The rift itself is also more unstable than ever. As a result, landing closer to the location of the Protectorate's large-scale rift anomaly modulator is not possible. In order to modify it with the rift data you processed in the archive, you will need to travel to its location on foot and seize it from Protectorate control. The energy readings from the modulator can be traced to the Sovereign's flagship, Providence, hovering on the far side of the station. Hypothesizing. Given Protectorate hierarchy and the recent announcement about the Sovereign's mental refreshment, this is likely the Consul's doing. He will need to be stopped.
Void, take that Consul. This is the 1000th time he has gone too far. Would that I could slay him once for each.
Fortunately, the Providence is not equipped with exterior weaponry. If you can reach the ship, you should find no obstacles to boarding it. This unit urges moving quickly. The rift is growing dangerously unstable. Using the rift modulator on board the Providence is the only way to prevent destruction of the colony. It seems Agent DeVries is also here, Commander. She sent word that she, quote, knew you wouldn't be able to stay away either and is ready to finish what she started, end quote.
My business with the Consul is deeply personal, and I have made my distrust for DeVries known. I must be brought along, to judge the former, and reserve judgment for the latter.
Once the modulator is secured, it may be used to close the rift and save Arcadia and all those in its orbit. There is minimal room for error, Commander. Good luck.
This place is a nightmare beyond the most fevered delusion. And those soldiers, they do not look right. The Consul stands at the controls of the Sovereign's own flagship. How my blood boils.
Landing pass.
Providing a
the nature of all things. We must bring an end to this immediately.
Horizon Point appears to have undergone severe degradation over the past 10 years. Exploding may have been a contributing factor.
We have stepped into the world between life and death.
It falls to you. The eyes, the ears, the brains of Horizon Point's... to determine who introduced the flaw into our perfect skip drive manufacturing process. We must all fulfill our duty to the Protectorate, but none of us can do it alone. Remember, we're all in this together. The skip drive is our legacy.
Horizon Point has suffered significant structural damage. Using the rift modulator is unlikely to amplify the deterioration.
My armor may be rated with temperatures in the thousands, but I find even most blankets too stifling. Let us find an alternate. Our commander hangs from a thread!
Selecting Earth Directorate Pharmaceutics.
It was blistering near those plasma spouts. I'm pleased we did not immolate.
fortified.
Alert. Hostile.
This is Augustine DeVries, formerly of the Earth Directorate. Consider this a recording for posterity. The Consul of the Protectorate is responsible for the twisted wreckage of this station. It is my hope that whatever you find here will save the rest of the galaxy from this fate. Know that I did my level best to stop him. But if you are listening, it is likely I have failed in my mission. Yet again. And for that, I am sorry.
Everything here is as if cut from
This
some
unit recommends prioritizing
horrible
our mission at
nightmare.
this time.
We must put an end to this. Taking punitive action.
Maintaining your
Prepare for absolution.
Currently prostrate. Head ready. Exposure. Undermining. Functioning.
dispensing light support.
Head ready. Exposure. Undermining. Functioning.
A voice match has been found for Agent Pascal. However, Agent Pascal is dead. This unit may need maintenance.
Get away from me. See them? They were my teammates and they didn't listen neither. You'll end up just the same.
Agent Pascal, calm yourself. You are not in your right mind.
Don't you talk to me like you know me. Wait. Commander? Is that you? No. No, this must be some kind of trick. Oh, what's happening to me? So it is you. Thank Law. I don't understand what happened, Commander. Something was wrong with Sandoval and Jepson. They glowed like they were aflame. They ran in, jumped at me, clawed at me. Law,
Then they weren't too dissimilar from the troopers we encountered outside. This is...
I don't understand what's happening. Everything was fine.
That explains it. She was left alive.
Wait. There was something else. Sandoval was yelling. DeVries wasn't responding to comms. What? Don't tell me the situation got too fluid for you, DeVries. That it?
Certainly not. I was focused on the objective, as every one of your crew should have been. Isn't that right, Commander?
Yeah. Something tells me that ain't quite true. Rift.
The Protectorate are attempting to reconstitute the station to how it was moments before destruction. That includes you. But it's failing. I'm sorry.
So I've come back from death to some warped version of life? All because of some twisted experiment? Is that about right? You can help me though. Right, Commander? You can do something to fix this.
how much time. With the way I'm bleeding out, I ain't sure how long I can hold on. Then go bring the fight to those bastards. I'll do my best to hold on.
Pascal? Helen? I can stay with you for a moment, if you'd like. Might help with the wait for the commander.
Yeah, all right. Maybe you can patch me up some if things take a turn. Hurry back, huh? I'll keep the porch light on.
Short-range
rover has emerged from the Providence maneuver. Destination, Horizon Point. Intention, unknown.
At the ready, Commander.
Constituted more enemies. Engagement imminent.
absorbed plasma and should not be approached directly.
If we gallivant about, we might find a solution to this problem. Or at least a path less likely to have us torn asunder.
Warning. The rift ahead has absorbed plasma and should not be approached directly.
If we gallivant about, we might find a solution to this problem. Or at least a path less likely to have us torn asunder.
This is Scientist Bernard Rand, sent to Horizon Point Station by order.
measures at the ready, Commander. The arm of the law is hard, but not that hard.
Promoting teammates.
Located the Sovereign's office. Searching for the... Searching for the equation here is a valid course of action.
Operate by the Sovereign's grace. Our accomplishments are his own. If you wish to take credit for a punishment I meted out, I would be delighted. I should have expected that my Sovereign would have solved such a complex equation himself. What a brilliant mind. Let us return to the Rift Terminal so we might continue on our way. Another obstacle on our path overcome. Good work.
isn't congruent with our observation of the laboratory. Our projections are off by orders of magnitude. Solver insidious. Montserrat hypothesis was correct all along. The results from the experiments were faulty.
On the authority of the If we do not take that rover to the Providence, Arcadia may be consumed by these rifts.
to intake for processing. Gunfire. We seem to have entered undetected. We best unseal the hangar to continue our inquest.
did those sounds of open conflict owe to you? Come, let us coordinate. In spite of your success thus far, the hard work is not yet finished. You still need to seize the rift modulator and end the console's machinations by force if necessary.
Aku nggak tahu dari tadi nggak ada orang.
Conductor of this ill-conceived plot are on the decks
Jadi
above
jarang
us.
lihat.
However,
Jarang
there are
lihat
security
layar.
protocols you will need to bypass in order to access them. A precision strike team meets the requirements of this mission. Bringing any more troops would have been excessive. Each deck has its own restrictions, and the lift can only be operated with access credentials, such as a pass card. But an alternate much on this ship, it seems, is not for the eye. Indeed. I will hold position on this
Masih main
level to
WT nggak,
ensure
Zik?
you are not flanked by enemy reinforcement. Look for me.
Masih ya.
If you must replace lost, please make a request. Displaying inventory. This unit is please make a request. This ship, if you are not a protectorate subject, set in case of enemy attack.
Cuma pakai tin orbit mahal. Iya kah? Musiknya nih menggugah. Luasnya kapal ini. Nih ke atas ya. Oke. Sinilah. Nice. Senjata paling OP sih ini menurut aku ya. Padahal kelasnya biasa ini. Ada orang di situ. Kaget aku. Kalau ini kan langsung ke misi ya. Mungkin aku explore dulu lah. Alamak, ada musuh ternyata di belakang. Oke. Engineer level 13. Nggak mampu. Updatean WT makin bagus aja Bang Ben ya. Yang kapan tuh? Aku udah lama nih nggak main WT nih. Tapi setiap aku ada update itu, ya bagus. Semakin bagus. Kaget dong aku. Ini robot dokter ya?
How might this unit bolster or reduce? Reminder, how might this unit bolster? Note by...
Oke. Iya, bagus sih. Kayak aku main kalau ada update lagi mungkin ya, atau enggak event tank lah. Mungkin aku main tuh. Ini banyak ya game-game baru nih ke depan nih. Aku main ini dulu. Aduh lupa aku. Ada nih besok kalau nggak salah rilis ada, Pak. Terus tanggal 14 ada Call of Duty rilis juga. Main pokoknya.
Unscrupulous criminal element. Please note that by entering this restricted area, you may be subject to mental. By speaking with this unit from a restricted area, you have earned an additional demerit. Please report for punishment. Then speak to this
Nggak punya barang bagus dia nih. Still reflect aplikasi plating. Apa nih ya? Ambil lah.
This unit acknowledges that the concept of pay may be strange and alarming. Please note that
Oke, thank you Zik udah mampir. Thank you. Tadi ada lift, coba naik lift aja ya. Liftnya di sini kah? Bisa sesat dong. Kayak di sini nih. Nah, ini nih. Oh, nggak bisa deh ya.
Accelerated heart rate detected. Please take
to the complicit. I would vote in favor of fighting our way to the console, but if you do not, you should either locate an access card or keep away from our phones.
The Rift modulator is likely located on this deck. More information may aid in its acquisition.
You there! Are you meddling? Did you not hear the intruder alert from the crew deck? This is a very poor time to be loitering You'd best present a very convincing reason for your presence. Oh, are you a Rift specialist? You should share your progress with Chief Scientist Montserrat. He's, of course, the consul. It's my wife, you see. Montserrat asserts that this is not...
Has been functioning. Apologies, but an auto-mechanical...
Look at the size of the Rift modulator. Seems we shan't be using it. Not without commandeering the whole ship. Let us see what we can unearth.
I received word that you were here. What exactly was it that you needed? I'm rather short on time. Yeah, well, we all have urgent needs. And mine is to keep my lab and hope the IRC. Raw data. Further, which is distressing. I've prepared a report, yes, but as I said, I fear the report won't do any good. Few of us have the luxury here. I hope you're able to sway him. Because if you don't, we're all dead. The deck up in the control room.
Accessing report. Rift restoration analysis. Compiled by Chief Scientist Monserrate. Marked for delivery to Consul Thoreau.
Esteemed Council, every test of reconstitution has resulted in demonstrable. The modulator is only effective at... Unfortunately, the data that we originally had, and we are now out of time.
All of our recent readings suggest that we're on the verge of losing control of this. I've included extensive notes and annotations appended to the
The rivers have spawned through unknown reaches? This is more dire than I surmised. But at least we have the means to combat them now. Our work here is not done. We must confront the console before anything can come to fruition regarding these schematics or the Rift module.
Your punctuality is as commendable as ever. How did you fare in securing the Rift modulator? Yet one more hindrance to... Did you find anything else of note? Preoccupation. I have run the numbers, and should you wish to negotiate with the console, you must be strategic. He will not react well to a direct attack on his character, or it certainly may. At which the situation is more likely to devolve into violence than...
The Earth Directorate Manual encourages the agent to always remember the 3 shuns. Negotiation.
The more we debate, the more time we squander. And if you've something to say...
Honorable to the last. The consul will pay. He will pay most dearly.
My sentinels tell me you have some interesting ideas. Oh, easy. No need to break into a sweat. Interesting ideas can be useful in the right hands. Especially now that our partnership with the Order has become fraught. We may need our own version of their pacifying doctrine.
Oh, so I do have a germ of an idea.
The distinguished presiding bishop herself has deigned to join us. What a charming surprise. I might have known you'd enlist the nearest rabble in reach to crusade against me. Loyalty has eluded you for years, after all. Sentinels, if you would.
Greater numbers, greater odds. It was necessary to combat the irrationality of your foolish endeavor. By failing to show reason, you have lost your edict to rule. Now, stand down.
What's the matter with you? Have your wits been dulled? I am doing what is necessary to save Arcadia, and I'll start by ridding it of trespassers like you. Do not place his decision at my feet. I know it's difficult for the likes of you to fathom the concept of self-sacrifice. But he chose mental, and what am I to do but carry on his legacy? What am I to do but achieve what he could not? Such bravado is unbecoming when you can't make good on your... Tell me, did you manage to stop us from bringing your peace talks to a swift end? As I recall, Greater Tranquility was reduced...
Greater Tranquility Station was...
It was a modest success. I had hoped it'd hobble Auntie's choice in the Order once and for all, but it has proven to be a valuable... I was able to buy the time to enact the very plan before you. Though, judging from that vacant expression on your face, it would appear you've no idea what I intend. Very well. Once the Rift destroys Arcadia, we shall edit the information stored within it and use the modulator to reshape our colony into its perfect form. Horizon Point's destruction all those years ago was a tragedy, yes, but Without it, we might never have opened our eyes to our true purpose and the possibility of Arcadia's rebirth. When the matriarch discovered the first skip drive, she set us on a course to elevate humanity. We're now writing our path, and I will do my part as the architect intended. Intrepid, aren't you? Well, what's relevant is what came after. Our matriarch dissected this skip drive technology, learned its secrets, and enabled us to produce them en masse, which eventually led to the manifestation of rifts. But it was not until well after Horizon Point's untimely end that we understood the opportunity gifted us. The opportunity to reconstruct the colony in its perfect form. It is as the Grand Architect designed. And believe you me, I've no intention of letting you thwart our securing of a better future. One free of doubt and greed.
Beware, Commander. The Consul is a master manipulator. Trying to speak with him may be more dangerous than simply slaying him on the spot.
You're entirely out of your jurisdiction. And were I within reach, I would strike down this apostate dog myself. If you wish for me to entertain your argument, you will silence him.
If you've a plan, I trust you to see it through. But I shall keep a hand on my hammer throughout.
It's your time that's running out, not mine. So go on, tell me all the ways I'm wrong. Better yet, tell the whole room how His Eminence, the Sovereign, was wrong. This was originally his plan, after all. I am merely a partner seeing it carried out. Do not presume to tell me what is or isn't the truth. I was advisor to the original Sovereign. I know the mind of a true leader. This is the path Henry should have taken. Yes, of course we argued over methodology. Henry was always too stubborn, too focused on the past to understand the opportunity before him. I regret that he had to make such a difficult choice. That one of the matriarch's heirs is not guiding us. But he needed to look beyond himself, like I am doing now. So you say, but you've yet to deliver any compelling evidence.
Madness is rarely apparent to one in its throes. I wonder, would you even be capable of hearing facts if we offered them?
I am the chosen shepherd of Arcadia and will not be spoken to like this. I am only doing what I must to restore this colony to what our matriarch envisioned. Free of war, strife, heresy. You must know that you have little chance of swaying me. I will not be distracted from taking what is owed to us. I will not be lectured by an outsider. It's just like the Earth Directorate, or any other interloper, to claim to better know the customs of those they invade. Certainly if you had your way, you would claim Arcadia as yours, and rewrite history to suit your own aims. Heresy!
I found her correspondence with the first bishop. She explicitly said she feared the Arcadian experiment would end as all similar projects did before it, in a crumbling heap of hubris.
The matriarch foresaw many things. To think that we were not set apart from lesser societies, it is humbling. And it appears we have fallen prey to the very thing she warned of. Yes, we have established that. But regardless of how I may have misstepped before, I am not in the wrong now. All your so-called arguments are pure hearsay.
You allow your resolve to be shaken when millions lie dead? If I had not traveled with the commander, I would attempt to slay you on the spot. Instead, I shall appeal to any lingering remnant of your honor to do what is right.
Do not speak to me as though I must be punished. And you claimed so boldly that this plan of mine would fail. So, where is it? Where is your proof? Bah, a report. The abstract means little when compared to reality. Look outside. Is it failing now? That's not true. Despite how things appear at present, with time, this station, all of Arcadia, and all of its people will be made whole. Yes, well, I find that man's attitude can skew results even more than a thumb on the scale. But if he's correct, as he quite typically is, I don't understand. Surely every step leading to this moment was in accordance to the grand plan. All the pieces fit. Either someone has made a terrible mistake, or this is merely a conspiracy to mislead us. You may try.
I shall reduce them to a slurry! Still girding my strength. You're hurt, Commander. Steel yourself.
If the readouts are to be believed, the rift is on the verge of destabilizing completely. But the rift modulator cannot be operated from this distance. It must be flown into the rift.
Would that slaying the console had rectified everything. I knew I had hoped too much.
Though it may be troubling to you, this conclusion holds no uncertainty. Someone present must do this. I'd like to see your work on that proof. I will take the schematics back with me, and, using the processed rift data...
The Earth Directorate is here to help.
Your death will not be wasted effort.
So much for any pretext of honor.
No need to belabor this. I will fly the ship. You spared me back on greater tranquility so that I might be...
If this is not some jest, then I misjudged you, DeVries. Being willing to make up for past misdeeds takes true iron.
One who chooses not to die needless...
Must we lose you simply to certify this fiend does not lose her nerve? I admire your courage, but I wish there was another way.
Salvation awaits, Commander. I'm itching to reach it.
In the end, the commanders sacrificed themselves to save the galaxy. No one knew their motives or thoughts in those final moments, though legends grew around this mythical agent of the Earth Directorate all the same. Augustine DeVries went along, knowing nothing would make up for her actions. But at least she'd not have to live with her guilt any longer. Following its destruction by the Vox station, the former protectorate town of Westport was never rebuilt. The Order left its burnt-out ruins as a monument to the horrors of war. The Order returned Alexandra Monastery and Matriarch's Mercy to their original purpose, contemplating the clockwork of the universe in pursuit of solving the equation, while thoughtfully relocating refugees to another settlement. The abbot carried on as the head of the monastery, a task he excels at in peacetime. He was assigned a new seer who lacked Wiley's ambition. They got along much better. Val continued to serve the Earth Directorate faithfully for many more years than should be possible, giving automechs like her everywhere a reputation as stable and reliable. As a result, more Valerie units were put into service, while fewer human agents were deployed into the field. Despite Niall's affection for Val, he didn't believe automechs like her should replace their human counterparts. Yet Niles was no longer part of the Earth Directorate, and he had no say in the matter. After leaving the commander's crew, Inez became racked with guilt for never following up on the plea from her friend Ortiz. She tracked down the grafting lab too late. Everyone there was long dead. Disillusioned, Inez quit Auntie's Choice and became listless, unsure what to do with her life. Inez struggled to resume gainful employment with Auntie's Choice. Fortunately, her association with the commander helped her find a spot in a combat unit as a field medic. Yet she couldn't help but wonder if life had more in store. Utilizing what he learned alongside the commander, Tristan attempted to reform Protectorate society from within. But with no authority figure to lead its subjects, the Protectorate was a shell of its former self. Marisol quietly fumed over her unfinished business with Anaïs Bugeaud at Point Obviation. She eventually passed away in her sleep, alone and full of regret. With full control of the archive and the modulator schematics in hand, the Order called upon all ascendants to collaborate in one purpose, that of rebuilding Arcadia. Ruth Bissar proceeded to interface with the archive, an agonizing process that shortened her life, yet accelerated the Order's work in solving the universal equation. Decades into the future, she would be recognized as the most efficient presiding bishop in Order history. A grateful Order bestowed the commander with a posthumous academic position equivalent to a laureate, noting they were on permanent academic hiatus due to extreme heroism. Adrift without firm leadership, Protectorate subjects struggled with post-war life. A small band of hardliners collaborated to preserve their society in the face of Arcadia's new leadership. When Sovereign Varric was discovered in mental refreshment, the Order attempted to help him recover without much success. He lived out the rest of his addled days at Laplace's garden, often spotted sitting by the pond and staring at the water. Despite the recent tumultuous events in Arcadia, it was business as usual for Free Market Station. Sub Rosa continued to supply the colony in the wake of the commander's actions. Thanks to the Order's thoughtful planning, the rifts were all closed and all colonies in proximity to Arcadia were saved. But the fate of those farther out in the galaxy remains unclear. All of these events turned on the decisive actions of the Earth Directorate agent and their unique way of navigating Arcadia, its disparate factions, social complexities, ubiquitous product placement, an arsenal of absurdly satisfying weaponry. But through it all, and to this day, Earth has remained inexplicably dark.
Become dark. It's bad ending or good ending?
If giving the Order everything they want means not give...
If the readouts are to be
a pilot,
though it may be troubling to you, this conclusion holds no uncertainty. Sometimes there is... I will take the schematics back with me, and, using the processed rift data, of course, the Order will begin production of more modulators that can be operated at a safe...
The Earth Directorate is here to help you.
Your death will not be wasted effort.
So much.
No need to belabor this. I will fly the ship. You spared me back on Greater Tranquility so that I might be of use in the future, yes? I'd say that time has come.
If this is not some jest, then I misjudged you, DeVries. Being willing to make up for past misdeeds takes true iron.
Self-destructing is not permitted by this unit's programming.
The priest, yeah, the priest.
If only it hadn't taken you this much precious...
Laying down one's life seems the utmost test of Earth Directorate Agent Metal. You do your fellows proud.
Oh, my heart is warmed by the... Go now, Commander. I'll see this mission to its end.
So again, Augustine de Vries chose to die to atone for her actions. And yet, even that hope faded in her final moments, as she realized nothing would make up for what she had done. But at least she'd not have to. Following its destruction by the Vox station, the former protectorate town of Westport was never The Order returned Alexandra Monastery and Matriarch's Mercy to their original. The abbot, after leap everyone that Inez utilized Maris with full Rufus adrift when sovereign despite thank all of but through.
I got no problems with the Order.
If the readout... Though it may be troubling to you, this conclusion holds no uncertainty. So I will take the schematics back with me, and, using the processed Rift data, of course, the Order will begin production of more modulators that can be operated at a safe distance.
What if this answer?
This is not the optimal course of action we discussed.
Just kidding, dude. Unity has proponents to be to live. We need to be
There are too many errors errors in your logic to enumerate on them now.
Error.
But to summarize, you are wrong.
Takut mati dia.
Alas, that your ignorance should cost our lives.
What?
And so, in the end, the commander chose not to choose. Thus, the rift destroyed the colony, killing everyone in Arcadia, followed shortly by everyone everywhere, as rift destabilizations rippled across the galaxy.
I got no problems with the
If the though it may be troubling to you, this conclusion holds no uncertainty. Someone present must do this. I'd like to see your work. I will take the schematics back with me, and using the processed rift data, of course, the order will begin.
The woe-bedamned sir.
No need to belabor this. I will fly the ship. You spared me back on greater tranquility so that I might be of use in the future, yeah?
If this is not some jest, then I misjudged you, De Vries. Being willing to make up for past misdeeds takes true iron.
Thank you, Commander. You may consider this my final sign-off. Now go.
So in the end, Augustine de Vries chose to die to atone for her actions. And yet, even that hope faded in her final moments, as she realized nothing would make up for what she had done. But at least she'd not have to live with her guilt any longer. Following its destruction by the Vox station, the former protectorate town of Westport was never rebuilt. The Order left its burnt-out ruins as a monument to the horrors of war. The Order returned Alexandra Monastery and Matriarch's Mercy to their original purpose, contemplating the clockwork of the universe in pursuit of solving the equation, while thoughtfully relocating refugees to another settlement. The abbot carried on as the head of the monastery, a task he excels at in peacetime. He was assigned a new seer who lacked Wiley's ambition. They got along much better. Val continued to serve the commander of the Incognito faithfully for many more years than should be possible, giving automechs like her everywhere a reputation as stable and reliable. As a result, more Valerie units were put into service, while fewer human agents were deployed into the field. Despite Niall's affection for Val, he didn't believe automechs like her should replace their human counterparts. Yet Niles was no longer part of the Earth Directorate, and he had no say in the matter. After leaving the everyone there was Inez utilizing Marisol with full Ruth grateful adrift without firm leadership. When sovereign, despite the recent thanks to the Order's thoughtful, all of these events turned on the disciple. But through it all,
same ya. Okay. Okay, I'm off. Thank you, thank you.
I got no problems with the Order. Their salted chips are actually pretty good once you brine them for a few hours, then dip them in salt.